Yes. All right, everyone, welcome to. Let me check it. Which meeting is this? Welcome to meeting number 1170 of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Thank you all for joining us online and in person. So today we have someone who is technically a guest, but very familiar, well known, and well loved by all of us. And no, I'm not talking about Toastmaster Imran.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So we have our division director, Division B, DTM Asma Nas. So DTM Asma, would you like to come and introduce yourself to pretty much everyone who already knows you?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. Well, while I was coming and I was calculating how many times I attended KTC meetings. So it turned out that I've attended the meeting, but not actually the meeting. Those were the contests where I participated as judge or any contester or any other roles. But first time I will be attending this KTC meeting, and since I have attended with all you people different meetings, so I have pretty much idea how it is going to be, and I'm expecting a lot of surprises and a lot of things. Surprises not in the terms of gifts or anything, but in terms of that how this KTC meeting will. Wishing best of luck to the whole team and hoping to have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Asma, for joining today. And we have another guest with us, guest Malaika Nadi. Guest Malaika, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Malaika. So I joined this meeting for the first time. I don't have much idea about this thing, but yes, I would definitely say that I can like introduce myself. So I'm Malaika. I'm a psychologist, and I wanted to join this platform so that I can meet a lot of different people, creative people who share their insights about different topics. So yeah, this is why I joined this platform.
Thank you. Thank you, guest Malaika, for joining us today. We are privileged to have you. Hope you have a good experience. And of course, we always cap that by saying that I hope you end up joining us as a member. So now, Toastmasters, we have a guest online. Toastmasters is a worldwide organization that is headquartered in Colorado, USA. It is an it runs an educational program through its clubs. It has more than 17,000 clubs around the world, and 50 of those are in Pakistan. In fact, 51 now. MashaAllah, we added a new club only today. And there are more than 250 to 300,000 members around the world. It runs its program through a worldwide standardized curriculum called Pathways. And the primary aim is to improve its members' communication skills. Once we improve our communication skills, we can use them to improve our leadership skills, our professional skills. And that has been my personal experience that with Toastmasters, no matter what you do, whether you're a professional, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a writer, whether you're a lawyer, a trainer, everything improves. And the evidence of that is that we have people from all professions and all walks of life, students, professionals, entrepreneurs, writers, and professional trainers, lawyers, accountants, too many accountants, in fact. Three of those are, you're not an accountant.
Yes, no, I mentioned it.
Yeah, but Toastmaster Hiba is also an accountant. Yeah. So one, two, three, four accountants. And yeah, Imran is an accountant. No, accountant is an accountant. Chartered or not. So, so four accountants out of a gathering of five. And roughly online, that makes three. Oh, online is blessedly accountant free. So that's great to see. So a few pieces of business before we move ahead. The first is the minutes of last meeting. Our secretary is okay. And sorry to disappoint everyone. Toastmasters Shazib, our president, cannot join today. So unfortunately, as BP Education, I have to officiate in his place. So yeah, blame it on Shazib, not me. I don't make the news, I just deliver it. So anyhow, our last meeting took place exactly 1 week ago, and it was held online only due to the rain situation in Karachi. And the best speaker went to myself, best table topic speaker, Toastmasters Ishan Arif, best evaluator, Toastmasters Naseem Fatma, best Big Four, DTM Irfan Faruqi, and best facilitator went to Toastmaster Uzair Purvi. Since last meeting, we have taken a few decisions that may need the members' approval. We'll also announce them. So, under standard parliamentary procedures, we'll announce those decisions. And if anyone has any objections to that, they can raise, and then we can have a voting. Otherwise, either silence or acceptance is deemed as acceptance. We'll be celebrating our Silver Jubilee, 25th anniversary, on 27th September 2025, Saturday, 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Needless to say, all members are invited. Needless to say also that it will entail a contribution, unfortunately, of 2,000 rupees per member, but it will include dinner at KB's. And of course, it will feature KTC's past presidents, stalwarts. It will also feature district leadership because I've already invited DDMers now. And of course, we'll also invite DTM there. And whoever is in Karachi, we'll invite them in person. Whichever leader is online, we'll invite them online. The invitations will go out very soon. So it will be a grand occasion. And the executive committee has agreed on the time, date, duration, and location. We are also working on an agenda for the anniversary meeting. So that was one piece of business. Another piece of business is that our member, Toastmaster Khayyam, has completed his presentation mastery path. And yes, I see another guest here with us. Hafiz Mohammed Jawad, would you like to introduce yourself?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum salam.
Right now, I'm driving, so I
Okay.
can't be fully engaged with you, but I can listen to you, and I'm taking notes of things you are saying. I will be joined, inshallah, in the next meeting physically with you, and we'll meet all of you physically, inshallah.
That's wonderful, Hafiz Saab. That's wonderful. Please keep
Thank
listening to the thing. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So now conveniently, I'm also the master of the day. So there's no transition time and no introductions unless you want me to introduce myself. Today, our theme is the quiet beauty of autumn. Now, autumn is beautiful for those of us who actually experience it. Unfortunately, in Karachi, we don't experience it. We have, okay, what are the seasons that we have in Karachi?
Summer and winter.
Summer
Mild winter.
and hellish summer, and
And
then
mild winter.
rains. What winter?
We don't invent it.
Yeah,
Mild winter.
mildly pleasant weather that we like to think of as winter. And you know, my hometown is Quetta, and Quetta is known to be cold. At least it used to be. The funniest thing is that since I've been living in Karachi now for 30 years, my God, 30 years. So I've grown accustomed to this city. I still can't quite bring myself, call myself a Karachiite, but yes, I am a Karachiite after all, because everyone who lives in Karachi, no matter where they're from, is a Karachiite, and this city welcomes everyone with open arms. Our sociology researcher knows very well about it and has written 5 books on this topic, TTM Ali. But over time, we used to laugh about Karachi's winters. They, they call these winters, but Karachi's winters have a way of sneaking up. When the wind is blowing and it blows continuously, even if it's not that cold, it can make you feel very cold after a certain amount of time. So yes, in winters, we have to turn off the fans. We have to take up the blankets, etc. So yes, Karachi does have winter for its residents at least. No one from outside Karachi would recognize them as winters, but come October and November, Karachi starts gearing up for winter. If you don't believe me, did you see the billboards today? Half of them are advertising the winter collections of lawns and fabrics, right? And pretty soon, I think as soon as October starts, or even sooner, we will see carts of chicken corn soup spring up all over the city, and hot boiled eggs, and uh, stuff of winter that other cities which have actual winters, people use to actually fight against winter, but we pretend to have these things and celebrate winter. So as far as the weather is concerned, Karachi celebrates all weathers, and the weather I'm talking about today is autumn. Autumn is known to be sad. It is inherently sad because there are falling leaves everywhere. There's a fog. There's a slight chill in the air. Not that much of a chill, but that also results in the most golden afternoons and evenings. Autumn afternoons and evenings are unparalleled. And if you look at the beauty of falling leaves in autumn, they have, in death, they have become the most beautiful they've ever been. A tree full of green leaves is one of nature's wonders, no doubt about it. But when autumn comes, the leaves turn various shades of red, orange, and yellow. It seems the whole tree has caught fire. The leaves are about to die. But they've created something beautiful while dying. And when they fall to the floor, it is not an end. Because if you look at it, fallen leaves become part of organic matter on the ground. They become part of the dust. They enrich the soil. And that soil in turn gives birth to new leaves. So it's just a cycle. And that leads us to believe that yes, sickness or death, of course, are sad, especially those of our loved ones. But we all believe someone, somewhere, in some fashion, that there will be something afterwards. We all see that on a yearly basis. If you look at trees in Quetta in autumn, they are ablaze in various shades of amber. But when you see them during winter, they're completely barren, almost black and dry. And it seems as if nothing will ever grow on them. But come spring, you see slow and gradual rebirth. So this is how all things behave. Similarly, if we look at ourselves, our moods, our motivation levels, sometimes we are prone to depression, right? I am a manic depressive myself. Yes. And when that lands, it seems as if nothing good will ever happen. And it seems life is not worth living. But slowly and gradually, something happens, a little thing happens that raises your motivation a little bit. Your mind starts to focus on the positive, and then it starts to notice more and more positive things until you actually are elevated out of that dark phase. This is what always happens, right? Nobody stays sad permanently, unless, of course, they're depression prone, in which case, yes, most of the time they are sad, but occasionally they are also happy. So, this is something we should remember, that nothing is permanent. So, now, without further ado, let me introduce the meeting and the role players. The meeting will have three segments. The first is prepared speeches, and we'll have three prepared speeches today. The second is table topics, and the third is evaluation. Evaluation is actually the evaluation of all the speeches and the table topics. Now, an introduction of our role player. Our grammarian for today is Toastmaster Vase Ahmed. He's due to arrive soon. He's also given a word of the day, which I have misspelled on the agenda. And this is very interesting because the word of the day that Toastmaster Vase gave was wither, Wither, which means to shrivel, to die, to become sick. Whereas I wrote it as wither, which is Wither, which is used in Old English as a substitute for where, when, wither and be born. So anyhow, the word of the day is wither. Wither means to diminish, to fall sick, to die. Our counter for today is Toastmaster Uzair. Toastmaster Uzair, would you like to?
It's not online.
Okay.
Was.
He was, but he dropped. Okay. So he will be counting the ahs and ums and you knows and other filler words during the meeting. Our listener for today is DTM Ali Asharanjan. DTM Ali, please come to the stage. Introduce him.
Good evening, Toastmasters. So today, being listener, I will be noting down the good usage of language, some what I say captivating languages, and at the end of the meeting, I will be testing your listening skills. So over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now, okay, we also have our timer. Madam Timer, would you like to introduce your role? And you're also the joke master, so you can lead on the joke to be the.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Okay. As the timer, I would be timing the entire, I would be timing the prepared speeches and the table topics and the evaluations. So for the prepared speeches, today we have at least 3 speeches which are 2 speeches which will be 5 to 7 minutes. So that for 5, I would be, give me, ma'am, could you give me the bulbs? Sorry. For 5, it would be a green. And for 6, it would be a yellow. And for 7, it would be a red. And for the 3 to 4 minute speech, the signals would be for 3 minutes, it would be a green. For 4 minutes, for 2 minutes, it would be a green. For 3 minutes, it would be a yellow. And for 4 minutes, it would be a red. And for the table topic session, for the table topic session, for 1 minute, it would be a green. For 1 minute, 30 seconds, it would be a yellow. And for 2 minutes, it would be a red. And after that, there would be a 30 minutes grace time in which the speaker would have to complete his or her speech. And for the evaluations, which is usually 2 to 3 minutes, right?
Yes, yes.
So for the evaluations, it would be 2 minutes for green, 2 minutes 30 seconds for yellow, and 3 minutes for red. After that, there would be another 3 minutes, half second grace time, right?
Yes.
Grace time in which the evaluator would have to complete his or her evaluation. And for the jokes, okay, what's a tree's favorite subject in school? What's a tree's favorite subject in school? Geometry.
Geometry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I tried to write a joke about paramedic, but it needed immediate assistance.
okay.
Coming up with a funny joke is like falling in love. It can hit you anytime, anywhere. Having said that, the more you put yourself out there, the better your odds will be. And the last one, you look so familiar. Didn't we take a class together? I could have sworn we had chemistry. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Heba, for that very problematic pickup line. Thank God for being a female. You said that you could get away with it. So, all right. Now we move on to the prepared speeches, and our first prepared speaker is distinguished Toastmaster Sarfraz Nazir. His evaluator is not here yet. So, okay. So,
Who is his evaluator?
Wase Ahmed.
Okay.
Oh, I think whom did I assign you to?
I found her.
Okay. Okay, can you evaluate this speech instead? Yeah, let me share with you the details. So DTM Asma Naz will be evaluated by, will be evaluating DTM Sarfraz. So for your assistance, let me just tell you a bit about speech. Wait a minute. Whose device is on? Why is there any?
Right.
All right. So if someone is copying it.
That's right.
All right. So DTM Sarfraz Nazir will be delivering his speech from Dynamic Leadership. It's the first project of level 2, understanding your leadership style. The
You're
ATM
muted.
Talha, you are mute.
Why is that way?
Oh, okay, now, sorry.
Now you're audible.
Okay.
Great. So everyone, put your hands together for
It will be the objective.
Imran. You,
DTM Talha, can we
Yes.
can I see the demo of the lights?
yeah, sure. Let me. You'll be seeing the lights in this window, the KTC window. Okay.
The Karachi. Okay, the KTC. Okay, thank you.
Is it visible? Let me.
Yes, yeah, the KTC window is.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Now
you.
can see. Yeah. So in this speech, the speaker actually through a survey on Toastmasters site, they assess their own leadership style or the mix of leadership styles they have and their influence on their personal life. So everyone, put your hands together for DTM Sarfraz Nazir. Leadership for the birds. Leadership for the birds. DTM Sarfraz Nazir.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, I have heard of some strange leaders in my time who have withered away. One story that stuck with me was about an employee who told his boss, "I'm taking a few hours off this afternoon to go to the doctor." The boss replied, "Great, pick up a few magazines from their lobby and put them in our lobby." That's not leadership. That's interior decorating with a side of exploitation. I want to talk about leadership from a different angle, not from the boardroom, but from the birdhouse. Because when it comes to leadership styles, birds have it all: drama, teamwork, ego, and even poop. Let's take a flight through the avian of world of leadership. First up, the rooster, the loud boss. Serious, loud, bossy, always strutting around like he owns the place. He crows at dawn, not because it's helpful, but because he wants attention. Rooster leaders are the ones who start meetings with, "Let me tell you how I saved the company." They delegate everything except credit. They're confident and decisive. They think teamwork means everyone agrees with me. A lesson from the roosters is that confidence is good. Crowing constantly, not so much. Next, the chicken, the indecisive leader, always pecking around nervously, afraid to make a decision. Chicken leaders are the ones who say, "Let's form a committee to decide whether we need a committee." They flap around in circles when faced with a challenge and often cross the road, not to get to the other side, but because someone told them to. They are cautious and considerate. Their negatives, paralysis by analysis. The lesson here is, don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers. Make a decision before the fox does it for you. Ah, the seagull, the drop-in disaster. Seagull leaders sweep in out of nowhere, make a lot of noise, dump on everyone's work, and fly away before the mess settles. They love buzzwords like synergy and pivot, but when you ask for help, they're already halfway to the beach. Their positives are they bring energy and fresh perspectives. Their negatives, they leave chaos and confusion. A lesson we learn is that leadership isn't about dropping in, it's about sticking around and cleaning up your own mess. Now, the eagle, the lone achiever, majestic, focused, goal-oriented, works alone. Eagles leaders are the ones who say, "I'll do it myself." They soar above the clouds, but forget that there's a team below. They are visionary and they are driven. The negative is they are lone wolves. A leadership lesson here is that it's great to soar, but don't forget to lead. Finally, the goose, the team player, the unsung hero of leadership. Geese fly in formation. They share leadership roles and honk encouragement to each other. When one goose gets tired, another takes the lead. When one falls behind, others stay with it. Goose leaders are collaborative, supportive, and humble. They know that flying together gets even further than flapping alone. Their positives are teamwork, empathy, and shared success. Their negatives, honestly, not many, unless you're allergic to honking. The lesson we learn from Goose is that leadership is a relay, not a solo sprint. Birds of a feather lead together. Don't be a rooster who thinks volume equals value. Don't be a chicken who is afraid to decide if the sky is falling. Don't be a seagull who drops in, drops bombs, and drops out. Don't be an eagle who flies solo and forgets the flock. Be a goose. Honk with purpose, share the lead, and never leave a teammate behind. In the end, leadership is not about who crows the loudest, who flaps the fastest, or who soars the highest. It's about who flies together, who supports the flock, and who knows when to honk and when to hush. What kind of leader am I? I am a goose with a touch of eagle, a dash of rooster, and a firm no to seagull. Leadership is for the birds, because just like birds, some leaders soar, some squawk, and some, well, just flap around, hoping that no one notices they forgot the agenda. And if you ever feel like you're a team just flying in circles, just remember, even pigeons eventually find their way home after pooping on a few statues. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Sarfraz Nazir. The way you described all the various types of leaders and the way you related them to various birds, I could clearly see examples of those all around myself and in myself. Though I was curious when you described what kind of a leader were you in the end, I tried to imagine an ungodly hybrid of an eagle, a goose, and other birds. But my imagination broke at that point in time.
I will use AI and see if I can come up with a picture.
Oh yes. Now it is very doable, by the way. Yeah, would love to find out. So it is curious actually. I think the takeaway for this speech for me is that do lead, but don't forget the team. Now, the issue is that, and I've made no secret of it over years, and DTM Sarfraz, if you've been anywhere near a Toastmasters executive committee, you would sympathize with this, that sometimes a team is where good ideas go to die. Sometimes a team is where motivation is mercilessly murdered. And sometimes a team is precisely the thing that saps your will to live. But listening to you, I realized one thing. These are the challenges you have to overcome in order to grow yourself and grow the team. Ultimately, walking away is the easiest thing to do, or taking a solo flight is the easiest thing to do. But the more difficult option, but perhaps more beneficial in the long run, is to actually take your team together. So thank you so much for that lesson, DTM Sarfraz. Our next speaker is DTM Irfan Faruqi, and in a KTC trademark twist, his evaluator has changed also. So, Toastmaster Azhar, would you like to describe the objectives of the speech?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Our second speaker will be DTM Irfan Faruqi. Irfan Faruqi will be delivering his speech from Pathway Presentation Mastery Level 3, Project 3. And today he is delivering a social speech. There are basically two social speeches. He is delivering the first one. We are expecting him. The purpose of this speech is to practice delivering a social speech in front of a club member. We are expecting him to deliver a toast or an acceptance speech or to honor an individual or an organization. He has the four option in front of me. I'm curious to see who will be the target of his speech today. Over to you, DTM Irfan Faruqi.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and cherished guests, have you ever wondered what makes a place feel like home? It isn't just the walls, the name, or even the age of an organization. It is the people, the spirit, and the legacy they create together. And this month, as we celebrate the silver jubilee of the oldest and most vibrant club, Karachi Toastmasters Club, 25 years, strong, alive, and unwithered, I can't help but feel that we are standing in the middle of a living history. Over the years, KTC has been more than just a club. It has been a launch pad for leaders, giving members the courage to step onto bigger stage. A sanctuary for voices, where people who once trembled at the thought of speaking discovered their confidence. And above all, a community of belonging, where friendship are forged and dreams are nurtured. Think of the countless speeches that have been delivered here. Each speech, whether from a beginner or a seasoned speaker, added one more thread to the beautiful fabric of this club's legacy. And let's not forget the countless mentors, the dedicated officers, and the supportive members who poured their time, energy, and love into keeping this club alive and thriving. Clubs do not nurture themselves. They do not create a legacy of their names. Clubs create people. Clubs nurture humans. Clubs present what we are today. Dear fellow Toastmasters, I remember my first interaction with KTC when I heard KTC is celebrating its 1000th meeting. I was so curious. I have to join this meeting somehow. At that day, I did not know. One day, this will catch me. The club, its legacy, its structure, its people, it will catch me that I will decide to be a member of this club. despite being member of multiple clubs, despite being given a status of an honorary member, I chose to be a member of this club. Tonight, as we look back with pride and forward hope, let's raise our glasses to Karachi Toastmasters Club for its roots that ground us, for its resilience that inspires us, and for its renewal that will keep guide voices for the next 25 years. So please join me in raising a toast to KTC. Best wishes, KTC. Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, DTM Irfan Faruqi. So just give me a second. All right. So thank you for that beautiful toast, DTM Irfan. And honestly, anybody who's been part of KTC in any capacity over the years would feel the impact and the sheer love behind those words, especially since we have people like Toastmaster Imran, DTM Ali, Toastmaster Hiba, and online we have Toastmaster Azhar, DTM Sarfraz, and the newer members as well. Each and every one of those have contributed to the legacy of this club. So it's an honor for all of us. Thank you so much for not only this speech, but giving us the honor of being KTC's member. Now, for our last prepared speech, it will be evaluated by Toastmaster Imran Rana. Toastmaster Imran, please come to the stage to explain the project.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, DTM Ali Ashra Anjan. What a coincidence, all three speakers are DTM. Wow. And we're going to deliver a speech from Pathway. Your pathway name is? Visionary Communication.
Yeah.
It will be his level 1 project, second speech. Second project, you can say that. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Time duration for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title is Connected Yet Disconnected. The speech purpose statement of today's DTM Ali Ashar Anjum speech is to make audience aware that how important human connections are and how in this era we are losing it. So give him a big round of applause. Let's welcome the youngest DTM of District 122, distinguished Toastmaster Ali.
Yeah. On this side.
In the world of 8 billion people, I am alone. I have many friends on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, but I am yet alone. I want to be heard. I want to be listened. I am in a chaos. I am alone. Yes, I'm alone. And this is not just a story of me. This is a melancholy of many people. The people who spend hours and hours on their phones, scrolling on different social media. And then, before going to bed, before going to bed, they are just asking themselves, they're alone. You know, last week, I text one of my friend, how are you, dear? And I see she's typing. He's still typing. He's still typing. And then she replied, K. Just imagine a person who used to talk to me for hours and hours, and I used to listen her for hours and hours. She just replied me with a single character, not even a word. K. As my heart was with her, so my heart was with her. And I try to, I was confused, baffled, and I want to rectify that what happened to me, to her. And I recognized that I was replaced. Now there is someone else who is not judging her. Now there is someone else uh, who is the problem solver for her. Now someone to whom who can she can share her what you say vulnerabilities. I was replaced and I was hurt. And you know what? To whom I was replaced? Generative AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, etc., etc. And it's happened with all of us. Now we have lost too many connections. Some people are used or utilized as what you say search engines like dictionaries, etc., etc. But now we have one solution for everything, that is ChatGPT. But there is a point to ponder. And what is that point actually? That even if it has all the solutions, so why we all are still alone? Why the mental health issues are rising towards the sky? Why people are withered? Why? Because generative AI just responding to you and just giving you the answers what you want to listen. And it's deprecated with the human touch, human element, and the judgment. For that what you say rectification, to learn from the mistake, you need to be judged. If you won't be judged for your exams, how you would become doctor, engineer, CA, etc., etc. And that's how we have lost connection with the people and just isolated ourselves with those generative AIs. But my case is different. You know why? Why I am happy? Because I know I can recognize people to whom I am too connected. I know the people who were waiting for me here, who are curious about whether I will be just I will be here or not in the next meeting. They are concerned about me. They were curious why I was not there on Saturday. They are still curious what were those 3 letters. They all are curious about those things because they are too connected with me, and I am blessed. There are people in our life who are just connected with us. They are the genuine people. Yeah, they're going to yell at you, scold you, might be judge you sometime, but they are the one to whom you can go and hug, and your all pains are going to wash out. So today, text them and say that thank you. We are connected with you. So over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. So, Madam Tanner did speaker qualify?
Yeah, all three of them are qualified.
Okay, great. Everyone, give me a few moments to float the poll for best speaker. And then we'll continue with the next session. So, as you know, in Karachi Toastmasters Club, we have actually rating system rather than a direct vote. So you're supposed to vote on each of the speeches based on your assessment of the quality. And let me clarify, because last time this caused a mix-up for one of the members. One means the lowest quality, and 5 means the highest. So we have so we have DTM Surprise, we have DTM इरफान नहीं आपको मैं फॉरवर्ड कर दूँ and we have DTM Ali Asher Wonderful. So all from a very senior DTM to a middle-aged DTM to the youngest DTM.
DTM across the generations.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Gen Z.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not a-
Gen Z DTM. Yeah.
Which one?
So DTM Sarfraz,
I am.
you could who would you classify yourself as? I think you'd be Gen X.
Baby boom.
Beg your pardon?
Sir, would you classify yourself as Gen X?
I think I come in the boomers.
Okay. So that means DTM.
I'm about 100 years old.
All right. So we take your word for it. Don't complain. So we have a baby boomer, we have a Gen Xer, and we have a Gen Z. So please vote for your favorite speaker, everyone. And why is this? Can anyone else also hear the echo?
Yeah.
Only in your voice. Why?
I don't know. My device itself is somehow echoing. Oh, Toastmaster Vase, congratulations on joining. I hope you assumed your role as grammarian, right? Yeah, of course it is. All right. Now we move on to the second session, which is table topics. And our table topics master today is Toastmaster Shazay, but he's not available. Still, he's crafted the table topics and he have been kind enough to share them with me. So,
Maybe give it to Toastmaster Vas.
oh, it's okay. So, assume that you're looking at Toastmaster Shazay and listening to him as well. Our first table topic on his special request will go to DTM Sarfraz. DTM Sarfraz, are you ready, sir?
Okay. I thought the prepared speakers were spared, but anyway.
Yeah, I know, but
Spe-
the president chose to enlist you.
Especially the boomers, you know, they can only do one thing at a time. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, DTM Sarfraz, your topic is, after serving so much in Toastmasters, what's heavier to carry, the medals you earned, or the expectations you inspire?
Please go ahead and repeat the question again.
Yeah. What feels heavier to you, having served so much in Toastmasters? Is it the weight of the medals that you've earned, or the weight of expectations that you carry?
Thank you, Mr. Tabletop Master. Is it the weight of the medals or the trophies that I've acquired, or the expectations? Well, when it comes to expectations, fortunately or unfortunately, no one had any expectations. The expectations were my own. And I say this because in some clubs, people do expect something from their members, or someone is competing, they say, oh, we want you to go and win. In my case, even though I competed in dozens and dozens of contests, I was not asked to compete. I competed because I wanted to compete. And I was not asked to go and make sure that you bring home a first place trophy. So when it comes to the burden of expectation, it was my own weight that I had placed on my shoulders. You have heard my keynote in which I mentioned quite excelling, which simply means performing with excellence, no matter what the task is. And I remember I was the Toastmaster of the day for an advanced Toastmasters club that meets only once. One of the past international presidents was a member of the club. And in just taking it as simply a task that I had to do, the theme was Chinese New Year. I went out to a Chinese restaurant until I found placemats that had the 12 years or the 12 months of the Chinese year on it, and got some other materials such as the fortune cookies to make the meeting place look like the theme of the meeting. And the international president said, you take every task seriously. And that's the way it should be. Just like in business, I knew employees who would open their mouth and say a lot if the vice president or executive vice president or the general manager was present in the meeting. If it was just low-level employees, they didn't care expressing their views and ideas. To me, excellence, no matter what it is, whether you're an R-counter, do the best you can do. Whether you're a Toastmaster of the meeting, best. And if it's a contest, don't say, well, it's okay if I win, it'll be an experience. No, you put your heart and soul in everything you do. So when it comes to expectations, yes, there's been a weight, but that weight on my shoulders has been the weight that I placed on myself. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Weight on your shoulder is the one you placed on yourself. And how true that is, that the weight of expectations, I think the weight of expectations should be the last thing we should worry about. We should worry about what we expect from ourselves rather than what others expect. So our next speaker will be our member, Toastmaster Asif Malik. Please get to the stage. All right. So Toastmaster Asif, your topic is, which is harder, catching a falling leaf or catching someone's heart?
I think you have put myself in a difficult position. But I think to make a place in someone's heart is a much difficult thing. Because to make a place in someone's heart, you have to understand the different things, and for a person, and every person has a different kind of So for that, I think I think
Go ahead. Continue.
as we know that every person we are around the different kind of personalities. So when we are interacting with the different personalities, so to make a place in someone's heart is difficult. Why it is difficult? Because when we are when we think about the different persons, then definitely we start thinking that someone will judge us from our whatever the behavior we are doing with them. So they will think about that. Someone, what will he or she think about us? So that's why, due to this fear, definitely we think that it would be difficult for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very well tempted, difficult question. I'm so glad that I'm acting as a table topics master. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to attend this. Our next speaker would be an online guest that we have. Lily, can we hear you?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Would you like to introduce yourself briefly?
Sure. Give me the
Please.
question, please.
No. Actually, first introduce yourself briefly, and then I'll give you the question.
Okay, my name is Lily. I'm a banker, and I have been watching your Toastmaster meeting quite a long time, and I think it's quite integrating.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Glad that you could join. Your topic is, they say autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. What would you let go? Did you catch the topic?
So many things. So many
Yeah.
things.
Go ahead. Yes.
To let go the anger, the resentment, the bitterness. Actually, being a human and navigating in this world is very difficult because you don't know what you're getting. And then when you're navigating this world, especially as a woman, and who especially who's alone, I think that is like you get a lot of bitterness and disappointments. So for a human being, just to just to get their mental peace, for the sake of our mental peace, we have to let go of the anger and the disappointment and the bitterness and the, because if we don't let go, it constantly builds up, and when it builds up, it just gets like a volcano. So we can't do this. So letting things go is what I think is basically more easy, and forgiveness is more easy than uh than getting pent up upon it. So I think letting go is more easy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, guest Lily. And it makes me wonder, why are you not a Toastmaster? You're such an eloquent speaker. I would like to give you some anti-social feedback from my side on letting go. I don't think one should let go, especially if someone has wronged us. I don't think. I mean,
I would disagree on
only God has an
I
infinite
would disagree
capacity.
with you because my dear, you don't have any choice. You
Oh,
have to let go, because if
no.
how
Let
many
me
books are you going to
let,
write? How many
yeah.
books are you going to correct?
Let me elaborate a bit. Perhaps, yeah. So I don't think you should let go, but you should use that anger or resentment to energize yourself and do even better. So I think that is one thing, because resentment, anger, disappointment are like matter. They cannot be destroyed easily. And if you try to destroy them forcefully, a part of you will die a little. So the best way
I'll
is
just
to.
I'm sorry, I'll just add one more line. I'm sorry. I think karma is the main thing here. We should look after karma, and karma
Well,
always
yeah.
pays.
Well, that's a great angle of looking at it as well. So that also shows that that we all have different approaches, right? But beautifully pointed out, by the way. And I think once again, I'm so impressed that actually you actually had a little debate with me while addressing the topic without any preparation. So looking forward, Lily, to having you in future as well, and hopefully in person, if not then online, and looking forward to having you as a member. Thank you so much. Our next speaker would be someone from right here, DTM Asma. Yes, we are not sparing you. All right. So DTM Asma, your topic is, if autumn had a ringtone, what would it sound like? If autumn had a ringtone, what would it sound like?
If autumn had a ringtone,
Yeah.
let me tell you about something which really surprised me about autumn as well. And in the last, we will be determining the ringtone. Just before COVID, me with my parents decided to go Sawar. It was March 15th. So you can imagine the weather. Winter had just been ended, and everywhere there were mountains, big rocks, and along with what I saw for the first time, long, tall trees without single leaf on them. And I was like mesmerized, and I was in a trance, and they were so captivating, and I was like, wow, I've never realized it. I like this. This is something that really touched my heart. So I discovered that aspect. And if there will be a ringtone for autumn, it will be calm, soothing, like we enjoy the sea breeze. Because I found that majestic weather, that peaceful and calm. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, DTM Asma. I think you painted a picture of a autumn ringtone exactly as we would imagine it to be. And now for our last table topic. I have been expressly forbidden by Toastmaster Uzair Dhodi to call him from calling him for table topics. So don't worry, I will not. Toastmaster Asgar, your turn. So your question is, a leaf falls quietly but changes the tree. What small change quietly changed your life? A leaf falls quickly but changes the tree. What small change quietly changed your life?
Thank you, table topic master. I think the changes which brought biggest turnaround in my life were the changes which were very small in size and they were noiseless. Most of the time, the changes that we usually habitual of noisy changes, the changes that came that usually come with us with a bang. I believe they are just cacophony of the voices. They are not the changes. The real changes are most of the time are not discernible. You're forcing me to quote Darwin, how the apes or the Neanderthal or the Homo uh, uh, erectus changes itself into Homo deus. I think that happened to be the biggest change in the universe. Yet it is so imperceptible. It is so quiet that we still fighting over the final verdict of this change. Similarly, we really don't know what was that particular moment when a flower becomes a flower. So all changes to me, which are noiseless, voiceless, or the real changes. And I am what I am today because not the big revolutions, but the small changes which happened in my life. And those happened quietly. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asghar. And now it is time for our last table topic speaker, and that would be, of course, Toastmaster Imran Rana. So, Toastmaster Imran, please come to the stage. Your topic is the loud beauty of spring versus the quiet beauty of autumn. The loud beauty of spring versus the quiet beauty of autumn.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In Pakistan, we have all 4 seasons and we are quite lucky. Up till now, I haven't realized which category I belong to. I mean, I belong to the what type of
Spring.
no, spring, not strange. You use that word most of the time about yourself. That I'm a very what type of person you are?
I can't say it here on stage.
Okay, so I like quiet and calmness. So in that case, I like the autumn quietness very well. I'm not very outspoken, and I like peace and calm. Why do I like extreme? Why do I like the autumn quietness? Because I don't. I keep myself. I keep myself to myself. I don't want to be all around everywhere. So loudness is very good in some in different aspects, but I am quite a quiet person with few words. Over to you, Temple Topic Master.
Thank you so much. The word you were looking for is introvert.
Yes.
But you are hardly an introvert. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Imran Rana and everyone else. I floated the poll for best table topic speaker. Please vote for your favorite table topic speaker. And now we move on to the third segment, which is journal evaluation. And our journal evaluator for today is Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan. So over to you, Toastmaster Asghar.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. We are now in our third section, which is journal evaluation, and I am the journal evaluator for today's meeting. First of all, we will go towards the prepared speaker. Today we had 3 speakers. The first one was Sarfaraz Nazir, and DTM Tala, we had some last minutes changes.
Yes, of course. So evaluator will be DTM Asmanas.
Okay, so Asmanaz, you are kindly requested to appear in front of the camera and evaluate DTM Sarfaraz Nazir the goose.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asghar. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, okay. So, DTM Sarfraz Nazir, you know, when I first heard your speech 2 years back, I was surprised how you managed to tell the story about people, and it was the same project, understanding your leadership style. There were different characters, and you told them in the workplaces. So when today I was given the task to evaluate your project, and I was just wondering, are you going to repeat that? But no, you being DTM Sarfaraz, you always come up with a creativity. Not only the creativity, but the humorous side, which I really love about your speech. Every single bird you mentioned was very much relevant to the different leadership style, what was expected from this project. And then in the last, you also told us about yourself. So I congratulate you on completing your project. There was proper opening, body, conclusion, vocal variety. Of course, it was very from the beginning. Clarity, confidence. You were comfortable. Everything was perfect. And I was struggling what to identify. But yes, I was able to. You know, when you have camera setup, I have seen you delivering speeches in camera setup. Like you are seeing me in camera, but the position of the camera is such that you can see my whole appearance. There was body language, but sometimes your hands were out of camera, which I'll say stage. The body gesture was there, but movement was little. So there could be stage movement. So I'm also thinking about my stage movement. And another thing, which was not very much visible, but that was eye contact. You were looking at the screen, not at the camera. So we have, we have this thing that since we are delivering online speeches, so we practice about how camera will be looking at us, and we will be, when we will be looking at camera, it will be like we will be looking at the people. But when we will be looking at a screen, people will understand that we are not giving the eye contact. Overall, an amazing speech with lots of humor and lots of birds, that if someone is really thinking of a dinner, good dinner with a chicken or a rooster, so they can enjoy the meal. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asma, for your evaluation. Now we are, this is the second, okay. So the second speaker was DTM Irfan Faruqi. I'm the one who's going to evaluate him. So now Asgar as an evaluator, not as a journal evaluator. Where people arise. DTM Irfan Farooqi, I will give you three commendation which I have selected. I would like to start from your selection of organization, KTC, and let me tell you, it's a recommendation, a point, which is relatable. It is an organization that we all, almost all, we are sitting over here in this Zoom meeting have a personal stake. So you forced us to ook up what you are saying about this organization. This is the one recommendation, commendation area. Number two, the commendation point is the way you follow the structure of a toast and the template that what a toast demands, the way you organize, you honor the organization, select the occasion, the silver jubilee of KTC, laud it, call it the sanctuary of voice. People discovering their confidence, how it became a community where dreams are nurtured and pouring energy. Then you describe your first impression as a participant of this member during the 1000th meeting and your curiosity and then subsequent membership with the KTC and the way you raised the glass of toast before leaving the stage. I hope, like you, that this club will not wither away as long as it has a member like you. Third recommendation area is your audible voice, your confidence, the way you delivered your words with the measured pace. Never follow DTM Thala. This is my third recommendation area. Sorry, commendation area. Coming to the recommendation area, maybe the first of all, the profoundly disturbing reality that you missed my name while praising the KTC during all its duration. Well, it was a lighter point. What I want to say is that any correct, concrete example of what you are saying, for example, when you said the pouring energy, dreams are nurtured, became a community, people were discovering their confidence, it was a sanctuary of voice. Had you come up with a clear example as a member or a group or a participant, it would have given us a more visible element to consider. Second one is your stage crafting. Had you been in a standing position, we would have been able to see more energy in you while describing this toast. Uh, Finally, even the most formal talk, uh, humor remains an essential element. It always motivates and inspires participant. I hope you are getting my point. Uh, these are the areas that I wanted to point you. I recommend you, I command you for a formal structure that you religiously followed, your voice and confident delivery. I recommendation area, my any concrete example after your journal statement and stage crafting or some of the things that you need to look at. Over to you, journal evaluator.
Journal evaluator, I would like to share one thing that you can consider as humor. When I raised my glass, what happened that I tripped my glass onto my laptop and it was all wet and I had to immediately shut down it. And I was so furious that this is the last moment of my glass raising my toast and I had to finish it early and shut down. Now I am on my laptop, on my mobile with a praise to God that my laptop survives.
My
So
God, we couldn't see. We
that's
couldn't
why,
see
that's
that.
another reason you should stand up while
You know
Yes,
what?
or yes.
You've got another topic for the speech.
Yeah.
How not to.
So now, Imran Rana, it is your turn to evaluate the speech delivered by DTM Ali Ashar Anjum. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today distinguished Toastmaster, the youngest distinguished Toastmaster, Ali Asha Anjum, delivered a wonderful speech with a thought-provoking message. I must say, whenever Toast DTM Ali comes on stage and delivers speeches, there's always a fruit of thoughts for us, for all of us. And in this speech, the important point or the purpose of your speech was the importance of human connection. You started with your speech with a powerful opening, and you took us, you engaged us with your personal fake story. We all know it's your girlfriend is a fake girlfriend. Then you added some crisp humor in your speech.
I can have to read it.
A crisp humor in your speech, like uh, she was writing and again writing and again writing. That was quite engaging and quite humorous. And then you told us, and it was just a letter K. It was quite engaging and quite humorous. I can, your speech was so relatable to everyone's life. I can personally relate it to myself as well that we passed COVID-19 and at that time we were forcefully sent to quarantine, but now ChatGPT put us in quarantine as well. Like I used to refer Talha for all my speeches, but now I have ChatGPT. So there is an advantages and disadvantages as well. Overall, a wonderful speech delivered with great confidence, but there were some areas of improvement as well. There was some intense moment and some angry moments where you could use your vocal variety to align that situation. And I observed one more thing that while you were struggling for words, then your stuttering appeared. And it showed that maybe come up with a little preparation that could overcome your stammering or stuttering problem. Overall, the way you delivered the speech with great confidence. I love your body language, your gestures, there was a vocal variety, but those intense moments you just forgot it. Overall, a wonderful speech delivered with great confidence and with a wonderful message that human connection, there is no alternative of human connection. The intriguing, uh, the speech topic was quite intriguing, like connected yet disconnected. Connected yet disconnect was quite intriguing. Overall, a good speech, just few improvement areas, you do wonders. Over to you, General Manager.
Thank you, DTM Imran Rana. Now it's time to request Toastmaster Omar Khayyam to evaluate table topic speakers.
Assalamu alaikum, General Violator and everybody. I hope everybody is fine.
Yes. Walaikum Assalam.
Today, the topics were very complicated and very philosophical. And I found everybody had a tough time in putting up their thoughts into some organization and to output what they were thinking. First up was DTM Sarfaraz. The question I heard was, which was given to him was, what is dear to you, which is weight of medals or expectations? DTM Sarfraz very eloquently described that no one had ever had much expectations out of him. It is what he wanted to do himself that mattered. And his self-drive was the main message, which was conveyed very well. And as the question was philosophical, I noticed that he was thinking as should we all. But when we think too much about what we are trying to say and formulate, we forget about our gestures, hand gestures, and other body language. And probably it would have added value. And if he was put some more energy into it, it would have been much better. But overall, his main message was exceptional. Next up was TM Asif. Again, a hard question was put to him. which was his question, which is harder, catching for a falling leaf or catching someone's heart? I don't know why the person who formulated these questions became absent from the meeting as a joke. So everybody should suffer. But TM Asif stood up tall and bravely and replied what he could come up. I would recommend that before pushing the pulling the trigger on trying to talk, one should take a little time to think about the topic first, maybe 10-20 seconds, if the topic is complicated as this, and then one should go out and saying what they have in mind. Otherwise, it was an excellent attempt. I would recommend that you keep on coming to the meetings and do extempore as much as possible. Everybody struggles. Moving on to other the guest lady, there was the next table topic. A person who spoke very well. Her question was: Autumns teaches us to let things go. What would you let go? I would let go the person who proposed such good topics. That was the first person I would let go. Her reply was anger, bitterness, and to her, letting go and to forgive somebody was easy. That was extremely surprising to me because letting go and to forgive is the hardest thing in the world. And it
Yes.
is forgiveness is it's such an hard thing that it is given as a quality or attribute to godliness that God forgives. So, in order to inspire us that we should be forgiving, but she is a far better person than all of us, and I bless you in all your endeavors, and it would be very good to see you in the meetings if you become a member. And next up was DTM Asma. She had very complicated. Again, if Autumn had a ringtone, what would it sound like? It would be sounding like DTM TM Shazad's ringtone. But she replied very well and tried to explain a visit she had taken with her family. She replied that to her, the tone would be sound of calm and peace. Maybe if you had driven a little more into it and precisely locate us the type of ringtone, it would have been much better. But personally, to me, the sound of a autumn, if I had a ringtone, it would be the sweet sound of rainfall, dribble of rainfall, not the raining torrents. That is my favorite ringtone if autumn had a ringtone. Next up was TM Askar. Yeah, I forgot to mention TM Asma was DTM Asma was the first one to use her body language. Everybody failed to use their body language, but DTM Asma showed us the way, and this is one very outstanding point of her speech. Next up was TM Askar. His topic was what small change changed your life. He spoke well. He used hand gestures and captured the audience attention. If I recommend, one could use a simple language to forward their ideas. I noticed that very big words like homodadians and whatnot were used. They are very good words and they good very look good on paper. But simple ideas in simple ideas they and language carries the message across very well. Otherwise, as usual, DTM Askar spoke extremely well. In the end, it was DTM Imran. He spoke well. But he spent. I noticed that he spent a little too much time talking to his best friend forever, BFF. If he would have focused on the topic, I'm sure a lot of good things we could have heard. In summary, I would like to suggest something which I will try also myself, is that when we are faced with an extempore topic as this, one should think silently at first for the first few seconds. It is not advisable to me and to everybody that one should dive right into it. First, collect your thoughts, then fire away. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Omar, for this excellent evaluation. I have seen you first time evaluating so many speaker at once, and you are to the point. Now it's time for the roll holder to submit their report. The first one is grammarian and the word of the day, our very own team Wase Ahmed. Wase, are you ready with your report?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, General Evaluator. There are some points of commendation as per your language, which I would like to bring audience's attention to. Buffled, dozens and dozens, performing excellence, eloquent, antisocial, resentment, majestic, cacophony, discernible, homogeneous, intriguing. Now, what would be the recommendation? Keeping myself to myself should have been introvert, although DTM Talal said this point, but I had noted this earlier. Humorous side could have been humor, lighter point could have been on a lighter note, fruit of thought could have been food for thought, pulling up thoughts, gathering thoughts would have been much better. Stood up tall, stood tall would just work fine. Word of the day was used by two people in front of me. That was DTM Ali Asgar and TDM Ali Asher and Toastmaster Asgar Ramzan. That's from my report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
I used the word of the day in my speech.
My bad, sir.
Yes.
I
That is
also
what
used
I
it in
wanted to
my
mention there. Today, Toastmaster Vase, you have a low voice. I hope you are not withering away. You're still young and we still have a long way to go.
TM Mase, I also used it in the very first sentence of my speech.
Yes, actually, Toastmaster Vase joined a little bit late. I had noted it down, but I forgot to forward this to him. So it's my fault, actually.
I joined around 7:20, so before that, I have missed those points.
Okay, so that is one reason you mentioned that I only had used it on one time. Thank you very much anyway. Now it's time to listen our listener. If DTM Ali Ashar Anjum, are you around?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you.
Unlike you, he is actually around. I mean, physically here.
Good evening once again. So let's me test your listening skills. So who said the phrase the whole tree the whole tree is caught fire? Yes. Okay. Then what is chicken leadership?
Sarfraz Azir.
DTM Sarfraz.
Then he's asking what is
Yeah, what is chicken leadership?
Indecisive.
Making a
Okay.
committee.
Oh,
Okay. What is goose leader? What is goose leadership?
he making too much noise.
No, goose, geese. Cooperative. Okay. Standing in the middle of history. Who said these words? Standing in the middle of history.
That was DTM Irfan Farooq.
Yes. I was withered because my heart was with her. It was me. Then a launch pad for the leaders.
DTM Irfan Farooq.
DTM Irfan. Okay. Plus, who liked the autumn quietness?
Imran Khan.
Okay. That's all from my side. Over to the grandmother of the
You're muted, sir.
Unmute yourself.
I had unmuted you.
Ozair, are you prepared from the counter?
Yes, I absolutely am prepared.
Yeah.
Today, I could not unfortunately give my speech as today I was withered by extreme workload, but I felt rejuvenated by listening to you and the rest of the fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, coming to the counter, the filler words that were used during the speeches, in prepared speech and speech in table topics by DTM Sarfraz, 4 hours, 1 ums, DTM Talha, overall 13 hours, DTM Asgar, 20 hours, 7 ums, 4 hours, Ali Ashanjum, 2 breaks, no hours and ums, TM Rana, 6 hours, DTM Irfan, 1 break, TM Asma, 2 E's, E. Lily, 5 hours, Umar Khayyam, TM Umar Khayyam, 12 hours and 5 ums. Over to you.
Oh, thank you. I think this is the end of the submission of all reports. And bef huh?
Yes.
Before handing over the charge to the Toastmaster of the day, let me thank you all being almost on time. When you are late 20 to 15 minutes in KTC meeting, you are on time. But can we change our time as season is changing? A point to ponder, DTM Tala. Please look at it. Today we had 15 to 17, I think, participants with 3 prepared speaker, all DTMs. I noticed it. This is one way of looking at them. The next point, perhaps the otherwise overbearing presence of DTM Tala further magnified because of the 3 or 2 big roles. Evaluation, mashallah, conducted very well. The credit goes to the journal evaluator. Uh, from this is the end from my side, and over to you, uh, President, Table Topic Masters, Toastmaster of the Day. Take
Thank you.
host of the club.
Thank you so much. You make it sound as if I had grabbed all those roles by myself. That is not the case. Anyhow, yeah. Everyone, please vote. Please vote for your best big four. And in the meantime, let's wind up the meeting. So we only have one guest today, who is our division director, DTM Asma. So DTM Asma, please share your thoughts about the meeting.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha. You know what I say? Unless and until you taste something, you don't know how it is actually. And this is what happened. You know, the meeting started with the minutes of the last meeting, and it was just amazing. This is how we appreciate the winners and we celebrate their success. During the meeting, we announce after the meeting that who are the winners. But in announcing the upcoming meeting gives them a better flavor, and that will be a lasting impact. This was something I learned today from KTC's meeting, and inshallah, I'll be implementing it at my place as well. I really enjoyed all the speeches, evaluations were great, and all the role holders were amazing. They justified with their role. They did justice. And the table topics evaluation was very precise, brief, and to the point. I really liked it. Overall, an amazing experience, and inshallah, I'll be coming more often. Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, BTM Spa, for the privilege to have you. Looking forward to you coming again. And we don't have any online guests, so what's left now is for me to wind up the theme of the meeting. We talked about autumn quite a lot, and My compliments to our president, the table topics master, who prepared these topics because they were so aligned with the theme of autumn. So ultimately, the lesson of autumn is that, as we learned, that autumn has its own beauty and its own rhythm, its own sadness, but beauty can be sad as well, because sadness or melancholy can bring its own brand of comfort. Ultimately, the ultimate comfort is not being happy all the time or not avoiding sadness. It's coming to terms with the fact that sadness will come. And just like the good times, the sad times will also come. And once you make peace with that, once you learn to enjoy the different flavors of life, it becomes a little less stressful. So thank you so much, everyone, today for this amazing meeting. We had in keeping with with the theme of quiet beauty, we had a quietly beautiful meeting. It was relatively quiet today. So I will now announce the results for the meeting. So our best speaker for today goes to DTM Sarfraz Nazir. Congratulations. Best evaluator today goes to DTM Asman As. Congratulations. And best table topics goes to guest Lily. And best big four, let me just check because the votes are being. Yes, best big four today goes to Toastmaster Umar Khayyam for being table topic evaluator. And it is a great credit winning Best Big Four as table topics evaluator because they've got the least stage time of all the major roles. In fact, I think it's only KTC that counts table topics evaluation as one of the big four. In other clubs, yeah, CA does too. In other clubs, it's usually bundled in along with the evaluations. So thank you so much, everyone. A little bit of business to announce. First of all, we'll open next meeting's roles and Toastmaster of the day and themes by tonight or early morning. Some of you have already opted for roles in the next meeting because this is something that we do. We have an Excel sheet that goes into the future. Also, again, reminding everyone that we'll have our 25th anniversary celebration on September 27th. And what else? Okay, yeah, I have to announce the best facilitator because, as per tradition, this is assessed by the president. So today, best facilitator is someone who falsely accused me of having 17 hours Toastmasters LW. Congratulations on doing a wonderful job as our counter. I'm a little bit biased because Toastmasters has told me that he's been very busy and very tired today, but he performed this role. So thank you so much for doing that. And with that, we bring this meeting to a close. See you all very soon, inshallah, either in next KTC meeting or some other meeting. Thank you so much.